You too. Everyone just pops up on the Instagram. Hey, Brooke, Brooklyn, Josiah. Hope you got outside today. Did you know it was Earth Day? Anyone know it was Earth Day today?
I don't think I celebrated Earth Day since like I was in the second grade.
Right? Yeah,
So,
it's Earth Day.
yeah.
It's Earth Day. Oh, RJ's gonna come and say hey. Hold on one second.
Okay, I'm just gonna take.
Oh.
Lock me out alone.
There he is.
Hey, RJ.
Hey, what's up? How you doing?
I'm doing good. Yeah.
It's kind of cool that we can just like talk to you and say what's up, and then like nobody else can say anything. It's kind of weird.
I know.
I mean, I guess they could, but not like face to face.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sorry, must be kind of rough. Earth Day?
Yeah.
Yes. I am so excited. Such an earthy person. I have my burlap pants on right now, and my grass made socks.
Burlap.
Yes.
Earth
Day. No.
Hey,
Shaq, what's up? Shaq, let me see. I need a picture of your hair, Shaq.
I know. Shaq, it was voted that you should grow the hair out, by the way.
I'll cut it. Maybe that'll be the next one we do is I'll cut your hair live on Instagram and YouTube, Shaq.
We have to be 6 feet apart.
Ah, it's all good. Me and Shaq are
Just tied to the end of a broomstick.
Look,
Oh, that would be impressive.
if I get COVID from Shaq, I'd be honored.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
I'm not getting COVID.
Well, we both get it and we'd be stuck together and, you know, and have a, you got a friend in me. Here, Shaq, where you at? I'll cut your hair. What'd she say? All right, here we go. Okay, but I don't want to. No, I got you. Come on. We'll fade it. I got you. Come on, Shaq. Trust the process. Trust the climb, Shaq.
Josh said it has to be
A mullet?
Give us some love on YouTube. Let us know you're there. What up, Simon? Hey, Liv.
I think it's funny. My mom's trying to join and she's texting me. Hannah, I don't understand.
You need to go help her?
I
You need
mean,
help?
I might text her real quick. Is it gonna like take me off of it on like the one for YouTube if I like text her on Messenger? I might back text her.
All right.
All right.
There we go.
Is it just Staff Ministry on YouTube?
It is bit.ly
Okay.
/YM live. Yee, Simon, yee. Yee. Have you been fishing, Simon?
Okay.
There's Pete. What's up, Pete? The Salernos. Love it. My cut, that kind of scares me. Scares me just a little bit. Hey, Chelsea. I hope you're doing good. We love you and miss you. Ryan, you got a rainbow fish. That's my favorite. You play those like rainbow, obviously. Have you ever seen a rainbow fish?
Yeah. My grandpa fishes a lot.
Oh, really?
Yeah. That's like his favorite thing to do.
Fishing.
Mm-hmm.
It's not.
Yeah. I mean, it is. I've gone a couple times with him.
You like to go fishing?
I haven't gone in a while, but I did like it when I went.
Oh, cool. So for anyone that doesn't know, I think this is still a thing that you don't have to have a fishing license to go fishing right now because they just want you to get outside and have a good time. So,
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah. So get outside, especially today. Hey, your mom, she got on. She joined. Yeah, Mom. She's awesome.
Oh,
All right.
Thank you. She said she liked my hair. Noted.
Yeah,
Can't see all the comments.
I need to remember to look over.
that was awesome.
Yeah.
So hey guys, we're gonna get started and kick off here. Just wanted to do a couple announcements first. Just a reminder, we kicked off Zoom groups in replacement of face-to-face live groups because we can't be face-to-face right now. So except virtually. So that was really funny. So Hannah, your guys' Zoom group met yesterday. Tell me about it. You guys have a good time?
Yeah, we did. You know, most of our group joined, I think. A couple of them weren't able to, but I thought it was really fun.
Yeah.
We just caught up with each other and that kind of stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, just checking in, seeing how everyone's doing. I know, I really love just being able to see people's faces.
Even if it's
Yeah,
I just love
love it.
It's awesome.
So, another thing just to announce,
Hannah,
another thing
that you also are doing
Yes.
is that
you registered for Youth Camp.
and
And so, we talked about it.
we are
pumped about it too.
but just to let
everyone know, parents in particular, let you guys know that Youth Camp is still happening. The district director got on today, and he was just telling us, they're planning on moving forward, but if things in Virginia do not continue to reopen, or don't reopen around June 10th, I think it is, they'll let us know what the plan is for Virginia. If they do keep on cancellation, which we hope that they don't, but if they do keep on canceling because of the restrictions, they will refund money. So I just kind of wanted to let you guys know what's up with that, with Youth Camp. And just another thing for parents that you guys know too, we encourage you to join watching along with your
students
YouTube and Instagram Live, whatever one you watch. And watch either one of those.
and when you do, I post it on our Facebook group, so follow-up questions that you can actually ask your students, so you can engage with them
as well.
When it comes to stuff that we do, and yes, because you don't normally watch our services, but
now you can, because it's virtual. So, let's see here. All right. Hey, Sarah. Well, we are going to get started. So we can break up. My Zoom group is meeting tonight. So we are going to head into what we're going to be talking about tonight. So then we can all kind of connect on our Zoom group here a little bit. So tonight we are going to be talking about a story
of Jesus actually encountering somebody when he was here on earth, and that is the woman.
It's notoriously known for the woman at the well, and you can find that story in John chapter 4 in your Bible. And so this is a true story where Jesus is walking through Israel, like on his journey, and as he's about, I don't know where he's coming from. I should have looked it up. Sorry guys, can't remember. But as Jesus was journeying, he's getting ready to head and go to Jerusalem. He tells his disciples that we're going to go through Samaria. And there's a whole background story to that too, but I'm not going to go into that right now. But when he goes into Samaria, he meets this woman at the well. And so when he meets her at the well, this particular woman had gone during a time of day that it was really hot. That you would think, hey, you're going to go back in the day. I mean, you had to carry water to your house. So
when you had to do that, you went to the hottest time of the day. You either part of the evening or the early morning when you're not really like sweating and carrying tons of water, right?
And so for some reason, this woman goes to the well, hottest time of the day, and you quickly find out it's because she doesn't want to socialize
with other people.
And it's because she had a really bad reputation. People that want to be around her and people that want to be around her
Probably
didn't want to deal with
drama. Okay.
So when she meets Jesus, she's at the well getting water. She meets him. He says, "Hey, will you get me some water?" And, you know, they kind of go through all of this discourse, and she's kind of like, "Don't you know who I am? Like, you wouldn't want me to get water for you." And just kind of this whole conversation with Jesus. And as we go into this conversation, she's kind of like just questioning him because Jesus is Jewish, she's a Samaritan. Like I said,
we're not going to get into all of that. There's really cool background story in that.
She's just not somebody that Jesus would want to be around.
She had been with many men. And then she crossed the Samaritan, and Jews and Samaritans didn't associate with one another.
And so, she says to him,
John chapter 4, we're going to start at verse 9. It says, the woman says to Jesus, "You're a Jew, and I'm a Samaritan.
And how can you ask me for a drink?" And Jesus answered, "If you knew the gift of God, who it is to ask me for a drink, you would have asked him, and he would have given you living water." And that, I think, is what we want to focus on tonight. That even though he asked this woman for a drink, he comes back to her and says, "Hey, I just didn't want to drink from you. I want to offer you something." And he wants to offer this woman living water. And so we go on to hear about, I'm so sorry, but I have to 1 second. We go on to hear about this story where Jesus offers Mel's crying in a diaper change in the closet. real life here at the Soltis house. Okay, so goes on to like question like, what are you talking about, this living water, you know, and all the things.
And we go
on
to,
he
answered her in verse chapter 13. He said, "Everyone who drinks this water will be thirsty again."
So I did miss over part. Sorry.
Let me go back. Got a little distracted. So
if you knew the gift of God and you asked you for a drink, you would ask him if he would have given you living water.
So he said, "Hey, I can give you living water." And so she said, "Sir, who do you think you are? Like, who are you to offer such a great and wonderful thing?" And Jesus answered, "Everyone who drinks water from the well, they're going to be thirsty. But whoever drinks the water I give them will never thirst. Indeed, the water I give him will become in him a spring of water welling up to eternal life." And the woman said to him, "Sir, give this water so I won't get thirsty and have to keep coming here to draw the water." And he told her, "Go, call your husband, come back." And that's when she basically calls her out and says, "You don't have a husband because you've been sleeping around with a lot of guys." So, hey, Hannah, did you use your computer by chance? They said you're feedback.
Is the mute button like on my computer? Is it on the actual like website?
Oh no, I'm not sure. So we'll
and figure it out later.
I muted my actual computer. I didn't know.
Yeah.
Okay.
We're good.
Okay. So basically, Jesus offers this woman living water. And
there's a couple things that I just want to point out quickly. That Jesus is the only person that can offer us living water. There's things in life that we go to that we ask it, we want to fill us up, right? We want a certain friendship to make us feel completely loved. We want, maybe a certain activity or a certain level of success at something to make us feel worth it or worthwhile, or we will pursue different things in life to make us filled up, right? And none of those things and so I think that what Jesus offers us when he says, he offers us living water, is that we have to remember that only he is the one that can truly sustain us and fill us up. And so what this all is coming to is that during this quarantine time, there's a lot of things. We have a lot of extra free time, right? And we have a lot of times to fill ourselves up with certain things. And when I was talking to you earlier last week, one of the things that you were telling me is that during quarantine, there are times that maybe you have felt, you know, just like down because there's just, you know, just you can't get out of your house. There's this virus going around. You're not connecting with your friends. You're not in your normal activities. And so when you feel down and out, there's a lot of things that we can choose to fill ourselves up with, right? And so we can fill our extra time up with watching and binging on Netflix, right? We can fill up our time with watching a lot of video games. We can fill up our time with, you know, doing other things, maybe, you know, being on social media a lot and just like filling up our time because we want something to make us feel better, to maybe like numb our feelings or just to make us feel like, you know, like better about our situation. And all those things are not bad. Like they're not bad to a certain degree to be able to like sit down and watch a good show on Netflix, you know, or it's not bad to, you know, play a video game with a friend, or it's not bad to read a good book, right? It's not bad to do all of those things. But if you do too much of one thing, first of all, you're going to get, it's not going to fully fill you up the way that Jesus can fill you up. And so tonight, a couple of the questions that I wanted to ask you when it comes to our mental health and, you know, during this time of quarantine, we can do all of those things, but the only person that can truly, you know, fill us up and not make us feel down and out is Jesus, right? And so, but he also gives us other resources on which we can not just feed our spirit, but we can feed our physical bodies, that we can feed our minds, and that, you know, that we can do to just take care of ourselves so that we can make sure that we are, you know, having a good mental state of mind during this quarantine. Because I think that's been like a concern for a lot of people is, you know, hey, I've been stuck in my house and it can just make me feel really overwhelmed. But there's things that we can do to take care of our mental health. And then ultimately at the end of the day, like Jesus is the only one that can truly fill us up and give us everything that we need. And so in light of that, what's your favorite junk food? Just off the bat, what's your favorite kind of food that you love to fill yourself up on during this time of quarantine?
Doritos.
Doritos.
Yeah.
And I think you were saying like, hey, like
when we eat Doritos, we can probably eat Doritos in like one setting of a show. I'm not joking.
what is it about Doritos?
I don't even know. Like, they're like, there's not really a lot of snacks where you can just like keep eating them and not really notice. Because like you kind of like start getting grossed out or like, you know, you
need like a or something, but not Doritos.
No, like it's weird. I don't think I've ever like gotten one bowl and then not gotten a second one because I mean, I can't stop when I start eating them. It's a problem.
I know, right? Like, Doritos are so good. We're getting some Doritos, Girl Scout, and you can just fill yourself out on them.
Yeah.
But you eat too much Doritos, that cannot make you sick.
Yeah, I
or if that's the only thing that you ate, did that make you sick?
What?
Right? If that was the only thing that you ever ate in life.
Oh yeah, no, then I would probably get tired of those.
Yeah,
I would
right.
definitely get grossed out.
Yeah, you would either get grossed out or you wouldn't be nourished, right? Like let's be honest. be nourished enough. And so, like I was trying to say earlier, is that we can fill ourselves up on, video games, or we can fill ourselves up when I'm fill ourselves up with all these different things. But if too much of one thing is not a good thing, you know what I mean? And so the only thing that we can continue to fill ourselves up on, that will continue to sustain us, that will be all that we need, is Jesus, right?
Mm-hmm.
But Jesus is also, God has also created our bodies, right? To need other things and to give us resources, are ways that we can give ourselves, just ways that we can fill ourselves up. So in time of quarantine, I asked you some questions, and I said, what are some of the things that you have done for your mental health during this time?
I've just been trying to make sure I'm on a routine or a schedule. I haven't been the best at it, but I've been trying to,
Yes.
stay on a schedule.
How
Well, it helps, I feel like if you don't have a routine and you're just kind of lounging around and doing nothing, then you're just going to feel like there's no meaning in that. I feel like having a routine is also adding some normalness to this whole thing.
Yeah.
A little bit of normal.
Yeah. And I think we have to recognize that God, He's created us. And so He's created our mind, He's created our body, our spirit, our soul. And so to know that we need to take care of our mind. One of the things that we do to take care of our mind, the way that God has formed us, is to create some sort of routine, and get out and do something. What has been your greatest struggle during quarantine? How have you overcome it?
Well, I'd say at first it was missing people, but it kind of changed into fear of not being able to do the things I've been wanting to do. This summer, how I have a whole bunch of stuff planned, and even next summer, there's a little bit of fear in that, but I feel like I need to have faith in God through it, so that's what's kind of been helping me get over it.
Yeah.
I've just been talking to Him and that kind of thing. So
trusting Him.
Yeah, and I think those are so important to look towards the Lord and to trust Him for that, because
I think that we can, to overcome our fear or even stuff like that. One of the things that I do is I'm just gonna watch a funny show because I just need a good laugh. But when I'm watching that funny show, that's only gonna fill me up so much. You know what I mean?
I'm gonna laugh so much on the show. It's not gonna make me feel great about life. But when I go to the Lord and I trust Him, and I see okay, God, this is what Your Word says. You're gonna do. You're gonna make something good out of this. That You care about me. That You love me. That You're for me. When I read those things in the Word of God, and I allow that to feed me rather than just a funny show, that's the thing that makes me feel better. And I think that's bring me during quarantine. A funny show is only going to make me happy for a little bit, but Jesus, what He gives me is eternal. And so, I think seeing Him with this summer and your future, we have a vacation plan.
I know we're okay, this is the first vacation in this really long time, and we're gonna go down and see where RJ, grew up, and I was so excited and pumped about it, and now all of a sudden I'm okay, I guess we're not gonna see those things. We may not be able to see those things, and just kind of wondering hey, why did we plan it this year and then all of a sudden it got stopped? But
yeah,
you just got to for it,
This summer, I have a whole bunch of stuff planned. Usually during summer I don't have a whole lot of stuff to do, but this summer for some reason I do. Of course we have the New York trip, and we have camp, but I'm also supposed to tour the White House and go and do some other things. And it's gonna be really exciting
Yeah, and that's it where we're just like, okay, like we live in a broken world, and you know, there's these things that happen, so we just gotta trust that God's gonna be there, like make something good out of it or make it so much better. And in all honesty, in my life, when things haven't worked out the way that I think God should make them work out, we've always been so much better. Like I've appreciated things that more that maybe I felt like got taken away or whatever for a reason. You know, or I've learned to like have greater patience, or I've learned to have like joy in the moment because we're not promised every single moment. You know what I mean? And so I think that we just like can look at this as something that we can just ask God to like, God, show me something about myself, show me something about your character. God, show me how you are loving me in this process. You know, there's just so many things that we can trust God for sure. All right, last question. What is one thing that God is speaking to you during quarantine?
I feel like God's saying we just need to have faith, but like also importantly, we need to look out for one another because you know some people are really struggling during this time. People don't have the best homes, or you know some people just feel very lonely in this time. And I feel like we need to like reach out to them like any way we can and make sure they're okay.
Yeah, absolutely. I love that. I love that because we're called to be for one another. One thing, like, you know, so often growing up, one thing I questioned, or I heard other people question, like, why is it important to go to church? You know, like, I can read the Bible on my own, and now I can watch church at home, you know, like, not a big deal, like, or whatever. But what's really cool is that God made us from the beginning. He didn't just put Adam there. He put Eve there with him. Because we're called to be in community with one another. And we're called to be there for one another. And we're not called to be alone. And we're not even called. We're not made to be alone, you know. And, you know, with technology nowadays, there's so many ways that we can be together, you know. And then hopefully one day, I think, you know, I love the fact that this COVID-19 is not separating us. I mean, even if we didn't have the internet, like these face-to-face conversations, we would still have like the telephone, you know what I mean? We used to do three-way calls when I was growing up, you know, my teenage years. So we still have that, right? We have so many ways that we can still stay connected. But there is also something that's so super valuable in being able to just be with one another. And I am looking forward to those times to be together with one another. But you're right, more than anything, I appreciate that God has laid that on your heart. And I pray that He puts that on everyone's heart to reach out to somebody, to connect with them, and to, you know, be caring for one another. So, Hannah, anything else? Youth quarantine edition. What's been, okay, this is top of my head. What's been your favorite thing during quarantine?
Well, me and my mom have been playing Clue a lot, so like the board game. Yeah.
That's so fun. I like it. That was one of my favorite things. As a kid. It's a spring game. So when we get back together, we play that game. That's a good time.
Yeah.
Well, Hannah, would you pray for us, and then I can close this out?
Yeah, sure. God, thanks for us being able to have this kind of like life platform for people to hear the message. I pray we all be strong during this quarantine season and come to you in our time of need. I pray for the people that are feeling lonely or sad or anything. I pray that this whole thing will blow over at some point. And I pray for all the doctors and nurses out there that are helping all these people. I pray everyone's
sake.
Amen.
In your name, amen.
Amen. Awesome. Thank you, Hannah. And for those of you that haven't yet joined a Zoom group, I know some of you guys have already done it this week, but if you have yet, make sure you join a Zoom group tonight on Thursday night. We love you guys. We're praying for you. Let us know if you need anything. We're going to sign off here. Talk to y'all later. Bye.
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 How do I leave this?
All right. So.
Oh,